Thanks for watching The Boyfriend Chronicles. This series is going to be filled with horror stories from ex-boyfriends, dates, so hopefully by telling my stories, it'll help you ladies and fellas to not make the same mistakes that I did. After all that happened with the prom and all that stuff, I started dating this guy, and he went to my school as well. And he would always say hi to me, but I never knew, like, who he was or what his name was. Like, he would just always stop me and say hi to me, and I'd just be like, hi, and then just go on about my business. But he was on the football team, and he just seemed really nice at first. Like, everything always seemed so freaking perfect at first. We started dating, and the first time I ever went somewhere with him, we went down to the beach, and I want to say it was like 10 o'clock at night, and we just took our shoes off and walked in the sand, and it was so, like, just dope. I just thought it was, like, the dopest thing ever. And then we just were, like, inseparable, like, from then. It's so crazy because it's like we can know what each other were thinking without even saying anything. It's like we can talk to each other without even saying a word, just read each other like so well. Like, we were so, like, in tune. Like, it was crazy. I never, like, dealt with anybody that I had that kind of connection with before. I remember thinking, like, in my head, like, this is it. Like, this is him. This is him right here. It's all him. But it just, everything just changed. He started to be really, like, just territorial. Like, he didn't want anybody talking to me. He didn't want anybody looking at me. He didn't want me smiling or doing anything. Like, and then it got to the point where he was, like, going through my phone and all types of just craziness. And then it got to the point where he started putting his hands on me. The first time he ever hit me was about, it was so stupid. It was about a mix CD that I had got from someone, I don't know. And we got into an argument, and I wanted my CD back, and he would not give me my CD back. So we got into an argument, and he, like, slapped the dog mess out of me. I remember me being, like, completely in shock, laying on the ground, in the dirt outside, like, what just happened? Like, can we just rewind? Like, what the hell just happened? And I remember him standing over me saying, ain't nothing wrong with you. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Get up, get up. And I was just like, wow, man, this is crazy. I know you see things, like, on TV all the time about, like, abusive relationships and stuff like that, but I never, ever in a million years thought that that would be me. Dealing with an abusive relationship is something that is not easily done. It's not easy to leave, and it's just crazy. I remember wanting to leave, just thinking to myself, like, why is he doing this to me? Like, why? Like, everything was so perfect until that day over a CD, and then it was just, like, on after then. Like, it was like every other day, man. Punching me, choking me, kicking me, pushing me, ashing a cigarette in my hair, spitting in my face. Like, I just never thought that I would be known as the girl who gets beat up by her boyfriend. This one particular time, we were hanging out with his cousin, and his cousin had a girlfriend. And me and her became, like, really close. We wanted to go shopping all the time. We wanted to just hang out and kick it all the time. Like, we were, like, she was, like, so cool. So he got really upset because, again, he was very territorial. He got really upset that I was spending all my time with her and hanging out with her instead of, you know, doing stuff with him. But he was so angry. So I told him that we can go do something that he wanted to do. He wanted to go to the casino. So he went to the casino. And the entire time we were at the casino, I was texting my friend because, I mean, first of all, I didn't want to be there anyway. Second of all, she was texting me. And she texted me, like, a dick pic that somebody sent her, and she forwarded it to me, and I was like cracking up laughing. We were talking about it or whatever, and then he happened to snatch my phone and see like just something like see it on my phone, and he went the off. Like he went off like nobody was watching. He went off like we was not in a room full of people. He punched me so hard in my face, and I fell on the floor. People crowding around. Security came, and we had to leave the casino, but they would not let us leave together. So we had to like they put us in like separate rooms. And then I just remember him telling the guy, "That's my girlfriend. Give me back my girlfriend. You think I'm not gonna?" Because I guess they thought he was gonna like kill me or something. So they were like, "We can't let you leave together because we don't know if you're gonna kill her." It's like, man, I love her. I ain't gonna do that. Da, da, da. It was just so bogus, man. Every time I think back on it, I'm just like, man, I wish that didn't happen to me. Like, it was so embarrassing. It had to be like just one of the most embarrassing times in my life. Unfortunately, that was not the first or last time he's winning on me in public. He did like really crazy things, like show up at my house at night, like stake outside my house, bust the windows out of my car. One time he actually stole the license plate off my car so I couldn't drive anywhere. I was so young and dumb. I did not, it was like I should have left like a long time ago, like, but when you're young and dumb and you think you're in love with somebody, then it's, oh my gosh, it's one of the most stupidest things that could have been prevented if after the first time. I have this scar. It goes all the way up. I've had several stitches because he punched me in the face, and it like split my lip in half, and I had to go to the emergency room and get stitched up, and I had to tell the emergency room that my friend accidentally hit me jumping on a trampoline, because if you go to the emergency room and they think that you're being abused, that they're going to like ask you questions and keep you and do all this stuff. So that's just what I told them. But because I didn't have the strength to stick up for myself, and I didn't have the strength to leave when I should have, I have this scar to think about for the rest of my life. I remember being so angry at God because I used to just scream like in the air, like, "God, please take me out of this situation. Please take me out of this situation." And I felt like my prayers were never going to be answered, and I just remember being so angry with God. I felt so bad because it's like when you love and care for somebody that much, it doesn't matter sometimes. Like sometimes you have to love yourself even more in order to, you know, be happy. At that time, honestly, I didn't care about myself. I didn't care about myself. I didn't care about what happened to me. I started drinking, like binge drinking, like heavily, like every day. I started like smoking a lot, like, and I didn't want to do that. I just did it because of just the peer pressure, just to take the pain away physically and mentally. And if I could go back, I would have never went back to him after the first time. If I could go back, things would be so different. Like, I would have made better decisions for myself. I would have cared about myself even more. But at that time, I did not know my full potential. I did not know what I could grow up to be. I did not know where I could grow up to be I didn't know. I didn't care. This is a very important lesson that I think that everybody should take. Whether you're single, married, dating, love yourself more. Even though you love somebody else, love yourself. Put yourself first and love yourself more. Because if you don't care about yourself, then people are going to treat you like they don't care about you. And have confidence. Like, that's the most important thing. That's something I did not have back then. Is confidence. The confidence to stand up for yourself, the confidence to know what your surroundings are, if your surroundings are right or if your surroundings are wrong. Have the confidence to stand up and just care about yourself and just care about life.